If you're interested in buying a house, what happens from the time that you see a house and you say, yes, I'd like to buy it, and the seller says, yes, I'd like to sell it to you? Like, how do you go under contract? Like, how do you get the house per se? So put it as simply as possible. You get with your agent and you write up a contract. Every state has their own individual contracts. You get that contract, you fill it out, and you submit it to the seller. If the seller wants to sell it to you based off the terms that you filled out in that contract, they will sign it, send it back to you, and you'll be under contract. That is as easy as it will ever work out. However, it's not always that simple. You're always going to fill out a contract when you make an offer. So you're going to fill out a contract, but you're going to determine what purchase price you're offering, what's the closing date, how much earnest money you're offering, what are the contingencies as far as financing, appraisal, like how long is your due diligence / inspection period. These are all terms that you'll work out with your buyer's agent. And once you've determined all the terms that you're going to put within your offer, your buyer's agent's then going to put that in an email, attach your pre-approval letter from the lender to that email, and send it to the listing agent. The listing agent's then going to present the offer to their seller, and then the seller's going to either accept it or they're going to figure out their response. Maybe they want to counteroffer the price. Maybe they want the due diligence / inspection period to be a shorter length of time. But they're either going to accept or send you a counteroffer. Once the seller sends you a counteroffer, you'll then determine, okay, does that work for us or not? Or do we want to then counter the seller's counteroffer? Basically, it's all negotiation until the buyer and the seller will agree on the terms. Once the terms are all agreed upon by both parties will then sign, and then you're officially under contract.